Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a Valentine's Day look slash one brand tutorial slash brow tutorial. So there's going to be a lot in this video, but it is going to be so worth it. So I really hope that you guys enjoy. Also, side note, self-promoing, I have stickers for sale now. They are so cute. Like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I just think they're really freaking adorable. They have my Instagram on them and the image that my best friend drew for me. So if you are interested in buying one of these stickers, they are $3 each. You can DM me on Instagram or you can DM me on here. It's easier to find you on Instagram, you know what I mean? I'll put my Instagram, it literally is looks_by_Delaney, but I will still put that down below. It is also down in the information box below, and you can just DM me. They're $3. You don't have to pay because I'm just gonna, for shipping, you just gotta, I'm just gonna mail it to you. So support your local makeup artist and YouTuber. And on that note, let's get into the video. So the first thing that we're gonna do is obviously prime our face, but because I think ABH just came out with a primer, to be completely honest, because I get their emails and I'm pretty sure I saw something about it, but because that is a new product and I don't have it, we're just going to use the Dr. Botanicals Moroccan Rose Superfood Facial Oil. And so I'm just going to put this all over my face. Ooh! Okay, it's in my mouth. It's fine. Okay, it doesn't taste good to eat. It smells delicious. I forgot how, like, oily this stuff really is. Yeah. Wow. I don't want to say oily, like how watery it truly is, because your girl is not expecting that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now somebody asked me to do a brow tutorial, so I guess this kind of counts. So I'm using the Soft Brown Dip Brow, obviously by ABH, and I guess I'll just talk through it. This is going to probably be like a longer video, but whatever, because we're killing like 3 birds with one stone here. So I always start, when I do my brows, first I brush them upwards, and then I always start from like here, like right there. I never start from, the front, and then I always just bring it a little lower than what my real eyebrows are. So I do that first, and then I will go in, I don't want the camera to unfocus, and I'll do about the same location and bring it up, arch it, and then bring it down. And then I connect the two. Now the point at this point doesn't really matter, because what I do is when I put my foundation down, I will always like go in, touch that up and make it like a finer point. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my other eyebrow. Now, like, you know how everyone has like one good eyebrow? Well, my left eyebrow is honestly my superior brow, so this is always like a more fun process to do on this side. Okay, so to fill, because this one's so much easier to fill than this one, we'll start with this one. And what I do is, again, I brush, and then I have more product on my brush, and I just literally do hair-like strokes. So you just fill that in. Now, if the hair like up here grows this way, I literally do strokes this way. Just that step is kind of hard to explain specifics, because everybody's eyebrows grow a different way, So because everyone has hair that grows a different way, just do it your way. Now, what I do is I drew a soft line in there, and then I work my way up, putting more pressure as I go up, and then I brush. And then I will dip back in again a couple times, but always like changing the amount of pressure that I do. And then when I get to the front, I literally just like go straight down. And this, at this time, there's like hardly any product. And then, so that line doesn't get there anymore, brush everything. And there you have an eyebrow. Okay, now you might notice that they look a little messy. So I clean them up. I used to clean them up on top. You can honestly do whatever you want. I might occasionally, depending on how my brows turn out, clean up the top parts. It also makes it easier when you do foundation, but you don't want to use a concealer that's too light and then not eventually blend it in. So I'm just going to take, to conceal under my eyebrow, the 0.5 ABH concealer, and then I just use a random detail brush that I have from forever ago. And again, because I'll still explain how I do this shit, I just start like in the inner part and then just draw a line. Now, because this is usually where I stop with the concealer, but I think I'm gonna like bring it down more because I'm gonna have to use that same concealer to prime my eyelids. Alright, so then to prime my eyelids, I'm going to dip back in and pick up more of this concealer and just kind of use the same brush to buff everything out. Alright, now because this is a one brand tutorial, but I also want to incorporate a Valentine's Day look into this whole thing, so we're doing, you know, eyebrow tutorial, Valentine's Day, and one brand. Might as well use what a lot of people would use when they think of Valentine's Day. I don't know what it is about this palette, but oh, it is messy. And I always like think of like Valentine's Day with this because it's so pink and like girly. So this is the first shade I'm going to go in with. It's golden something. I don't know how to pronounce it. Now, the one thing that I should have done was set my eyelids, but it is whatever. Now we're just going to go in, because you can kind of see the crease that the concealer was giving on my eyelid, but we're dealing with it. And then I'm just going to take this clean brush and kind of blend out edges. Then because I really want to do like a girly, pretty pink look, I'm going to use Bon Fresco, this light pink shade here, and I'm going to put that a little bit underneath the transition shade. And then we're just going to lay that right in here. And you know what's crazy is I just noticed that there are some shades I've never used, which is insane because I love ABH shadows, and I don't know, I just haven't used some, and I've had this palette forever. Then on a smaller blending brush, I'm going to take Love Letter, this bright pink. Then what I'm going to do with that is place this in my outer and inner corner. Then because we're going to be doing a halo eye, I do want to kind of like connect the two, and then we will eventually blend that out, but also focus on packing the product so we get the most pigment out of the shadow, which these are pretty pigmented to start. That's why I love these shadows more than anything in the entire world, because they are so pigmented. So that's not really a hard thing. We just want to eventually blend it out. Then I'm going to kind of, I don't want to say cut the crease because we're just going to go in the middle there, but I guess you can say that. And I'm just going to take this concealer and we're going to kind of clean up this area so we have a really clean area to put the shadow down on. I'm going to do one at a time with this, and I'm actually going to go in with this antique bronze shade that I've never used before. Now I'm putting this on a flat packing brush, and we're just going to stick that on in there. Now because that shade doesn't really pop, we're going to use that as a base to use Vermeer, this whiter, brighter shade. And then we're just going to pop that right over top of that other shimmer. And then I'm also going to pop a little of this Primavera shade. Now I'm only taking a very tiny bit of this, and I'm just going to put this directly in the middle. So now that the eyes are done for now, I'm just going to take my stick foundation in the shade Porcelain and apply that. So this foundation is honestly one of my favorites because it is a lot like the Makeup Forever foundation. You just need to use, like, the finishes, you just need to use a little bit more because it's not, like, as full coverage from the start. But I really like it, and I think it matches me, like, perfectly. Which the Makeup Forever foundation, although I love it so much, it doesn't match. As I was saying, it does not match me 100%. And this is the foundation that I always mix in with my Makeup Forever. Not because this is the only Anastasia concealer. I'm just going to take a flat brush and apply it on that way. I used to use this concealer under my eyes before I started putting it under my brows. And it is, like, I was way too dry at the time. Now, granted, that was, like, 4 years ago. Not 4, like 3 years ago. But I'm hoping that it will work better on me today. It's such a thick consistency. Like, I wish you guys, if you've ever used that ABH concealer, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It is amazing for under your brows, but, like, on your face, it feels so different. Alright, let's hope this goes well. I also don't really know how fast it dries down because I've never used it. I mean, I don't, not never, but like 3 years, honey, I've used a lot of concealers in the past 3 years. Okay, so what's crazy about this is, like, it's not terrible. And because I think since I've got my skin to, like, a way healthier state than what it was a couple years ago, I'm going to do one more layer because I was really worried of, like, putting too much on and making it super cakey because that's what would happen before. But, like, guys, it's not gonna beat out Shape Tape, but, like, it's pretty good. I'm actually really surprised. Alright, now the one thing that ABH does not have is setting powder, so I'm just going to use RCMA because I know that's not gonna, it's not gonna go bad on me. Now, the one thing I am gonna do is I'm gonna try and set my entire face with this. Because there is no ABH face powder, but that would be something that would be, like, amazing to see because they did an amazing job when they launched their foundation because they had so many different ranges in foundation shades and, like, the amount of undertones that they covered. It was, like, 4 foundations for, like, each skin tone type, if that makes sense. Okay, now I'm about to try something wild because I don't think I'm gonna have to set my face with a different powder because I kind of, like, got everything. The only thing is that that foundation doesn't do is cover, like, crazy red marks, and that pimple really hurts, so hopefully we'll just let it live. But I'm going to take my ABH Single Shadows, and this shade is the one that pops out to me for, like, the only one I can use. And this shade is Warm Taupe. So what I'm going to attempt to do with this is bronze and contour. So, like, let's hope, because this is a way darker shade than what I would use. Okay, it's a little patchy, but I'm actually really surprised that that is, like, that blended out. It's just, like, my dry spots that it's not really picking up on. But what I'm gonna do is I'm then gonna go over this with my powder brush and kind of blend everything. But, like, I don't need a ton of the product to make make a, I don't know the words I'm looking for. I don't need a lot of the shadow to have it show up on my face because it's a lot darker of a bronzer than what I would use. This is giving me like regular original Benefit Hula vibes, and your girl is Hula Light. Yeah, it's super patchy, but I just think that's my skin being dry and not wanting to fuck with the product. To be honest though, it doesn't look that patchy. When I look at myself in the camera, that's when it looks like super patchy, but it doesn't look like that bad in real life. Alright, and then we are going to use the blush trio in Radiant, and I'm going to use this shade, which is Coastline. Now, like I've said, every time I've used these, that's me hitting in there one time. Like, you really don't need a ton of product to get the job done, because these are so pigmented. I think if I was using my normal bronzer, that this would not look so pink, you know what I mean? I'd look more bronzed, but again, this is me using one brand, and ABH does not have a bronzer. Alright, so we are going to golden this up with the Glow Kit in the shade Sun Dipped, and I'm going to use Summer and a little tiny bit of Moonstone. You can tell that, I don't know if the camera actually picks it up, but Summer Honey is like destroyed this pan. It's like how, oh my god, stop. It's so pretty.
I think you're gonna have to be we're gonna have to go there.
Now that my lashes are on, I'm just going to go in with this golden shade again and put this under my bottom lash line so we kind of have something to blend out before we put in the next shade. And then I'm going to take this blending brush again, this tiny one, and dip into Love Letter and then try and hug that as close to my lash line as possible. Okay, now I totally forgot that I forgot to put on my brow gel, and this is a brand new one, so it just looks so beautiful. So I'm just gonna put some of that on real quick. And then for lips, I am using Naked in their liquid lipstick. And then I'm going to use the Butterscotch lip gloss over top of this. And that is it for this one brand Valentine's Day look brow tutorial. So much happened in this video. I am so sorry that it is such a long one, but you know, we squeezed a lot in it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. Comment any questions or any video ideas that you have for me, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.